You have a quorum present.
Thank you. Next item.
B, Chairwoman's remarks.
I have none.
C, approve of the April 17, 2024 and May 1st, 2024 meeting minutes.
Move for
approval. Support.
Been properly moved and supported that we approve item C. Are there any questions on the motion? Hearing none, please vote. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? The motion carries. Next item.
D, unfinished business. There is none listed.
Next item.
Item 1, under new business, requesting commission approval of the Community Corrections Plan and application for fiscal year 2025 with the Michigan Department of Corrections, Office of Community Corrections.
Okay, Ebony?
Good morning, through the chair, Ebony McCann, Director of Transition Services, Department of Health, Human Veteran Services. The department is before you requesting review of an already approved FY 2025 funding application. We received exigent approval from Chair Bell on May 1st so that we would not miss the required deadline for submission. The grant application has to be reviewed and approved by the Community Corrections Advisory Board before it is submitted to the state. The Community Corrections Advisory Board had set dates for meetings. However, we did not take into account the NFL draft, which caused our meeting, which was scheduled for April 23rd, to be rescheduled. And it was rescheduled for May 1st. So the CCAB board met on May 1st, a few hours prior to receiving exigent approval. We did respond to the appropriate questions as requested by Commission Counsel. The application is set to provide services, if approved, the $2.1 million, provide services for up to 4,500 offenders who have been sentenced to a term of probation by a Third Circuit Court judge. We provide domestic violence treatment both in the jail and in the community. We provide cognitive behavioral therapy, which takes place inside of the jail. We also provide trauma-informed care for female and male offenders, which takes place in the community. We have a drunk driver jail reduction program. We also provide support to the Wayne County Sheriff's Office by providing adult fugitive apprehension services as well as adult GPS tether. We are moving forward with actually implementing a violence prevention RFP. The RFP has been approved by procurement, and so we are waiting to post it. That violence prevention RFP will provide services for individuals who have been charged with the violence offense, in some cases or most cases that involve a weapon, but providing them with mentorship, restorative justice, cognitive behavioral therapy, and an intensive case management curriculum to hopefully avoid them from recommitting crimes involving guns or recommitting crimes completely, as well as positively impacting their overall well-being in their family. So.
Okay. And since I chaired Community Corrections Advisory Board, I'm very aware of this. And I did give my approval to Chair Bell to authorize the exigent approval. Okay, so are there any questions on this item? We have a motion and a support.
I'll move to approve.
I'll support.
Okay, it's been properly moved and supported. Are there any questions on the motion? Hearing none, those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Okay, the motion carries. Next item.
Thank you.
Item
Thank
2,
you.
requesting commission approval of a grant agreement with the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services for the fiscal year 2024 Crime Victim Supplemental Funding Grant, which will cover the personnel costs of 1 social worker and 1 victim advocate.
Good morning, Tony.
Good morning. Tony Guerrero, Chief of Legislation, Grants and Community Relations for the Prosecutor's Office. Ebony is a very tough act to follow.
I know it is.
I'm going to be much more succinct.
I know.
Item number 2 is a grant agreement between Wayne County and the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. The amount is $197,616 with no county match required. This is for the fiscal year 2024 Crime Victim Supplemental Funding Grant. There was a previous grant that was removed. This replaces that. And the term of this particular grant is October the 1st of 2023 through the end of our fiscal year, September 30th of 2024. This will cover the cost of 1 social worker and 1 victim advocate. And we'd ask your approval.
Okay, are there any questions on this, on item number 2? Hearing none, please, need a motion and a support.
I'll make a motion.
I'll support.
Okay. We have a motion and a support. Are there any other comments or questions on this item? Hearing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, the motion carries. Next item.
Item 3, requesting commission approval of Amendment 2 to a 3-year comparable source online legal research and services contract with 2 one-year options to renew with West Publishing Court, DBA West, a Thomson Reuters business, to continue providing online legal research services for the prosecutor's office.
Good morning again, Tony Guerrero on behalf of the Prosecutor's Office. This is one that we've worked very, very hard to make the time limits. This is the last amendment, the last extension of the contract that is commonly known as Westlaw. This provides our online legal research for 400 prosecuting attorneys, if we had them all on board. The amount of this extension is $126,327. This would carry us from June the 1st of this year through May the 31st of 2025. We did an RFP originally and Westlaw won out. Our people use it extensively and we're looking forward to, if the committee approves it, this goes to the full board on the 23rd. We will be in business for this contract, this extension of the contract to begin on June the 1st.
Any questions?
I will move to approve.
I'll support.
Okay, been properly moved and supported that we approve this item number 3. And if there are no other questions, and I don't see any hands. So, okay, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, the motion carries. You're welcome. Next item.
Moving to the addenda, item 4, requesting commission approval of a retroactive intergovernmental agreement with Schoolcraft College.
Wait, hold on. Where is it? I don't have it. Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
Good news, sir.
Okay.
Benita Terry, Director of Administration, Sheriff's Office. Through the chair, I come before you today on behalf of Sheriff Washington, asking for your approval for the IGA with Schoolcraft College for the Wayne County Regional Training Academy. We've sent 6 recruits there, started January the 19th. This is a retroactive agreement. It did start January 19th and they are due to graduate this week. And the reason for retroactive is always the ongoing negotiations with who's going to enter the class and working with Schoolcraft College.
Okay, so you said that the reason that this is this is late
delayed.
is because of ongoing,
Well, just the terms of the agreement, what recruits will be actually attending
okay.
and just getting the final numbers from Schoolcraft, working with them.
Okay. So they've already graduated, right?
Unfortunately, they'll be graduating this week. I mean, good for them that they're graduating, but yes, they will be graduating this week. 6 recruits. We have this basically twice a year, so when September come around, the next class that starts, I'm hoping that this will be in your hands way before.
I certainly hope so.
I think this has happened twice since I've been on board. Second
Okay.
time.
Yeah, so they started with this class in
January,
January,
yes.
and this is now May, so
May.
yeah. It would be a good idea to start earlier to negotiate. Who are you negotiating with?
But
By the way?
it's just back with Schoolcraft. So once we identify the recruits that will be attending the academy, and I can't say, and just getting your paperwork, all your documents in place. Sometimes it takes a little longer.
So, okay. Who decides who's going to this program?
There, 5 is based on seniority. And I've never been in part of the process. 5 based on seniority and 1 discretionary pick.
So are you negotiating with the union on this? As to who goes, as to who attends this
Yes,
training?
the union can have their pick and the sheriff has his pick. But again, I'm not sure exactly when the workflow started with this contract. I don't have those dates in front of me.
Well, I'd advise you guys to start it a little earlier this time.
We will most definitely
Because
start.
our approving something after it's already started and ended. It's not necessarily, I'm glad Ray Basham is not here today.
Me too.
I'm sure you are.
But again, I apologize on behalf of our office.
Okay, all right. So do I have a motion? Oh, you had a question?
Yes.
So the number of people fluctuates who is being sent to this police
Academy.
academy training.
Yes.
Okay. So they're sheriffs already.
They're
Okay.
deputies.
They're
yes,
deputies.
but they're not actual police officers until they go through this academy and are MCO certified.
Okay, so it's additional training that we're supporting them to have.
To become a
Become-
police officer, yes,
And then do they stay with the sheriff's office? or they-
almost definitely.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. That's what I want to make sure. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Well,
And
we
yeah,
sure-
I
no
mean,
more-
we want them to stay.
Yes, I know.
okay?
We want
I
them to
mean,
say
and
yes.
it's
So I
good
think it's
time
great that we're
difference,
giving them
but
this.
MCOs is a certification that
Right,
most that come in as a jailer,
right.
a deputy,
right.
they're looking forward to becoming.
Sure. Okay, wonderful. Yes, no more retroactive, please.
And there are no promises or stipulations that they have to stay any certain amount of time. So they could really go through this program and then leave for another
Yeah, I'm not
For another
actually sure
position.
because this is part of the CBA language and poem as well about the MCO certification. So I'm not actually sure if there's a stipulation in there that states there's a retention period after the certification is received. But through this training academy, there are other law enforcement agencies,
That's right.
municipalities that's participating at the same time.
That's right. So we might end up paying $42,878 for officers to go through for 6 officers to go through this program, and then they be recruited someplace else the next day.
That could be a
But
possibility.
I guess the
don't know.
ones that are going through, what kind of time have they already put in? You have any idea how long they?
Well, it is based on seniority, who's selected to go. And I don't know if it's the seniority list, how it actually is worked, and then there is a discretionary pick where the sheriff is sending a deputy.
So he gets one pick
He gets one
and
pick.
the others are
Based on seniority.
Based on seniority.
Yes, within the PLAM union.
Okay. All right.
I'll make a motion.
I'll support.
Been properly moved and supported that we approve the item on the agenda, item number 4, under new business. Are there any other questions or concerns on this item? Hearing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, the motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item.
F, such other matters as may be properly submitted before the committee.
I've not been informed of any.
G, public comments. The lines are open and no emails have been received.
Okay. Is there anyone here in the chamber who would like to make a comment at this time? Is there anyone in the chamber or on Zoom or on the phone who'd like to make a comment? This is now public. This is your public forum. Okay. Last call for public comment. Okay. Public comment is over. Next item.
Adjournment.
Move to adjourn.